Have you ever wondered why smart people make misguided decisions? This is a mystery of human misjudgment, a common feature of our everyday life. It's driven by psychological factors and cognitive biases that sway our decision-making. Let's start by delving into a real-life case study. Meet John Doe, a high earner with a low financial IQ. John's tale is one of repeated financial blunders, despite the heavy toll it takes on his life. What's the root cause of his financial folly? It's not a lack of intelligence, but rather a cocktail of psychological factors and cognitive biases. John's first misstep is his penchant for instant gratification. He's drawn to the allure of immediate reward, often overlooking the long-term consequences. This is a classic example of present bias, where the immediate benefits are overestimated and the future costs are underestimated. Next comes loss aversion. John hates losing more than he loves winning, so he clings to failing investments in the hope they'll bounce back, which only deepens his financial hole. This skewed perception of loss and gain is a common cognitive bias that often leads to poor decision-making. John also suffers from overconfidence, believing he has more control over his financial destiny than he actually does. This self-deception amplifies his risk-taking and leads to more financial blunders. Lastly, we see the gambler's fallacy at play. Despite a series of losses, John believes his luck is about to turn, leading him to make even riskier bets. In essence, John's misjudgments are not a result of his intelligence, but rather a consequence of the psychological factors and cognitive biases that cloud his decision-making process. Understanding human misjudgment is not about blaming, but about learning. We've journeyed through the labyrinth of human decision-making, shedding light on the unseen psychological factors and cognitive biases that often steer us astray. We've explored how these invisible forces can lead even the best of us to make poor decisions. The key takeaway? By understanding these psychological quirks, we can guard against them, making better, more informed decisions. Next time you're faced with a decision, take a moment to consider the unseen forces at play. It might just save you from a costly misjudgment.